What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
A quick reminder, to play, we're in a whole new month, December. We're at the fucking end of the year already. We got our game of the year we got to talk about here this month. Next month, we got to talk about the best month of PlayStation Plus. It's going to be a busy fucking next month. But with that, make sure to play Onrush and Soma, both offer for free on PlayStation Plus. Download those, play those, come back at the end of the month of December. We'll talk about those games. Let us know what you thought of those games. Those names are so much easier to say. And game of the month, picked by me, is Final Fantasy XIV. It's an MMO. It's a Final Fantasy game. If you like either of those, you should play it. And join us on our server, Coral. Yeah, something else, I don't know.
Data Center, Aether, Server Coral, Guild, Tasty, or Free Company, Tasty Loot Gaming.
That's the one. Let's do some dungeons together. And another quick reminder, we have Discord down below. Click that, the link, and talk to us anytime, all the time. And we are on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you'd prefer to listen to us. And if you're listening to us and you want to watch us on YouTube, check us out on Tasty Loot Gaming on YouTube. Yeah, so we have two bits of news that are being talked about by everyone, so we should be talking about it as well. But before we get into that, one thing that is relevant to our first topic. Recently I put out a video of Red Dead Redemption, me and Josh running around in RDO, Red Dead Online. It's pretty funny. Go check it out. It's the last video I just uploaded. I think it's like 6 minutes. It's not very long.
6 to 7, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to see what the game's kind of like, see what we are doing. I'm shooting fish on the shore. I'm fishing that way, and Josh is fishing for pigs in the river. But yeah, we posted that, and I got a comment from Lyle James, who's been commenting regularly, so thank you for that. His question was, so what you guys thinking about the whole pay to win drama? Does it take the shine off multiplayer? I read that bolts especially are quite expensive. He also got a reply, which I think is worth reading as well, by 88 Netor. 88 Netor? Let me know in the comments how I say that. 88 Netor. And he said bolts expensive. What? You get like 10 to 20 in a box for like 40 cents. Loads from looting bodies and out in the world. What is annoying is the fact that you can't hold all your ammo, just the cap. Something like 60 shotgun shots. I have 200 plus for every gun. But to get it, you need to go to the post office or camp box. That is annoying. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about Red Dead Online and its economy. But before we do that, I want to answer that. So, I've been playing it quite a bit. I think I'm level 14 right now in RDO. And I have to admit that first off, the experience grind is pretty slow, but not the worst ever, but it's pretty slow. Also, the money you get is slow first off, but around 14, I started to be able to fish, and I was able to pull in about $50, and in game that's quite a bit of chunk of change, even though there's things that are like $700 in the fucking game. In about 30 minutes for $50, I'd go out fishing, I'd fill my fucking satchel bag, come back, sell it all. It's way better because if you get shot and killed, you keep the fish. If you get shot and killed with a deer, you lose it. So it's been pretty beneficial. So that part of the economy doesn't bother me, but the gold bar fiasco, which we will be talking about, and a couple other things, is a bit. And remember, this is in beta. Mm-hmm. It came out, it's in beta, so they're still working on it, of course. But the gold bar thing's interesting because as you do certain things in the game, you get parts of a gold bar, and it'll slowly fill up, and you'll get 1 gold bar, 2 gold bars, 3 gold bars. And those can be used to buy weapons as an alternate currency. I'm sure you can spend money to get gold bars. I think that's the point of them. But there is things that take like 70 gold bars to buy, and it's been the math's been done online, and it takes about 8 hours to get a gold bar. So that's quite the build. Mm-hmm. So that part of it, which like I said, I have like 1.5 gold bars right now. I've been playing for a while. I think that part is kind of fucked up, kind of shitty, but it hasn't really affected me yet. As for the bullets, I think they're fairly priced. Anytime I go into town, I fill up my bullets. When I'm making like, 30 to $50 every time I come back into town, and I'm spending 40 cents on a box, I'm buying like 4 or 5 boxes. It's not that bad. So yeah, that's my answer. Anything you want to say on that before we get into the first topic?
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Okay. First bit of news, like I said, RDO is out for, and also thank you for the comment and question, and hopefully that answered it. Yeah, so a lot of people are upset about the economy in Red Dead Online. People have been playing a little bit, and they have seen that things are a little less than optimal. Some players actually found that baked beans are more valuable than gold rings. If you're not playing this game, when you kill bad guys, essentially, enemies, when you loot their bodies, you'll find money, which is a great way to get more money. But also sometimes you'll find things like gold watches, rings to sell to a fence,
Belt buckles, stuff like that.
belt buckles, exactly. And yeah, so they found that baked beans sell for more, which I didn't discover that, but I think it's actually kind of funny. And yeah, Rockstar has acknowledged that there are problems. I have to say pretty quickly too, because this is, new news. And yeah, they tweeted out in response to this, thanks to everyone who has participated in the beta so far. We appreciate your help in testing the game. Your feedback from these early days will be instrumental in helping formulate updates to every aspect of the experience. Our current areas of focus include the in-game economy, which will require some additional balancing in order to ensure all activities are appropriately rewarding and fun, as well as some persistent bugs that are causing some players to be kicked from sessions. I've experienced this many times. The game has been developed so that we will be able to quickly make any adjustments like these, and we plan to get updates out as early as the end of this week, with more updates to come next week. Feedback from the community has been invaluable, and we will continue to keep you regularly updated as things progress. We hope you continue to play and enjoy the game, and please keep sending your feedback. And then it continues to say, the article, outside of the in-game economy, Rockstar is also planning to address some of the persistent bugs. Yeah, they pretty much reiterate a lot of things they said. So what do we think, first off, about the bugs? Are they... and the economy, are they excusable in a beta, or is this an excuse by them? What do you think about their response, and what do you think about how quickly they're working on this?
So bugs,
and also, what do you think about the gold bar thing?
That depends on the value of the items that you're buying with them.
Oh, there's one caveat to that. Apparently, there's missions that you can only access based off your morality bar. And apparently there's a way to spend the gold bars on morality. I think that's one of the big points of contention. Because it's not an aesthetic thing.
Yeah. And that is gameplay, and that is a little bit different, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that needs to be adjusted, balanced, or just rethought out in general.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, what those gold bars are being spent on and your value versus your time, I mean, that's going to depend on my opinion on that. So I really can't obviously respond to that because I don't have any experience with that.
Yeah, it's tricky asking you because you haven't dived in as much.
Yeah. Now I do. It's just kind of go down this real quick. The bug thing, completely expected. Even if it wasn't a beta and it was them calling it an official launch, I would still kind of expect bugs. Online games are tricky. Open world games are tricky. This is both.
Still blows my mind too that in 2018, when a game comes out with online components that are connected to servers all over the fucking world, people, their minds are blown if there's an issue. And I'm just like, I don't think you get networking, man. It's kind of fucking tough. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a headache.
When people fucking nail it the first time, it's very rare.
We even, like, powerhouse companies, like Blizzard would be a good example. Through their expansion launches for World of Warcraft, some have been smooth, some haven't.
Yeah.
They've been doing this a long fucking time. So.
And as compared to Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out, this has been
a lot better.
Way better.
Yeah. So the bugs are to be expected, and they've, obviously acknowledged that they're there, which is going to be a repeating thing I'm going to say here. So I'm just going to get it out of the way now, is they acknowledge this really quickly and are responding to it very quickly. I think this is probably one of the most professional responses I've seen from a company in a long time. The kind of actually weird example reminds me of Treyarch with Black Ops 4, which I don't remember them doing in the past. So
they've always been pretty good about communication, but they just, like, with this last game, they're like all about that. Stay in the game. We're going to be updating all the time. Mm-hmm. So they want to be communicating. Like, yeah, they've really upped their game in that sense.
When I think that this speaks a lot to people trying to make longevity games instead of making a bunch of games for you to just
Games
buy
as
and
a
buy and buy and
service.
buy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So the gold bar thing is, and the economy thing, just in general, is really tough for me to respond on because, like I emphasized earlier, I haven't really played the game. But things like the baked beans example, that is either a really silly oversight or it has to be an oversight. I can't even think of
It has
else.
to be, yeah, unless those baked beans are that fucking good. And back in the West, it's just goddamn. It's rare to get those dope ass Heinz baked beans.
Right.
They're imported from fucking the UK. Gold rings don't matter. You can just pull that out of fucking Grandpappy's mouth.
Right.
Get some gold.
I guess the short and sweet for me on this is it is technically a beta. It was said that was the title of it before they let us even hop on the servers. So this kind of stuff is to be expected. And I think letting them know, giving feedback is good. Outrage, I think, is really silly at this point. So
For this, yes. I mean, I'm not really a big proponent of outrage in general unless like someone's been like borderline like pushing the community, in which some companies nowadays have been.
yes,
But
yeah, when you have a response like this, there's no reason to be
This quick.
upset.
yeah,
Right?
100%.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, the online component is just an extra feature to the game. I mean, I would say that for $60, the single player game is what you were buying. Obviously, we knew they were making this, and some people did buy it for this. But I don't know. There's a lot on that disc for $60. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's an interesting point. It is a bit random, but the game is 100% like a $60 game at single player. It's amazing that they added the multiplayer.
Yes.
But it is expected, and that's a standard that Rockstar has set up for themselves.
Yes.
So, you know, it is part of the whole package. And if they can nail it, it's going to really show off Rockstar as being, you know, the people who can offer you that much fucking game on a $60 disc.
well, at the rate they're making games, it's kind of important for the games to last.
Sure, and they learned that with Grand Theft Auto 5. They're definitely going to keep this going for years.
Oh, for sure.
That's their plan. So it is very smart of them to be this quick to try and... We're living in a time right now where not only just in gaming, politics, and fucking the news and journalism, all that shit, there's a lot of people who are quick to become defensive and try and fight back against communities. We have the whole thing with the Bethesda. Everybody's upset with that. Blizzard, that kind of got overlooked. They're probably happy about that because there's other people fucking up worse than they are. You got DICE and EA with the whole Battlefield thing. And these are all examples of people who are doing things communities aren't very happy with. And the best thing you can do is have a dialogue about that. Sit down, let's fucking talk about it. And the way you do that is through Twitter or whatever. You talk with your community and you're like, look, this is why we did this. This is what we're going to do. We're either going to keep it this way or we're going to fucking work with you and try and make something that you're really going to love, because at the end, this is a fucking business. This is a commodity that we sold you. But a lot of people are going, shut the fuck up, man babies, blah, blah, blah. So it's awesome to see. And I shouldn't be seeing this and going like, wow, they're so great. But it is. It's awesome in a time where that is pretty fucking standard nowadays. The Rockstar, there's nothing here about it. There's no excuses or anything. They're just like, this is a beta. We really appreciate that you guys are giving us feedback. We're going to work on it. And we're going to roll that shit out this week.
No, it's pure communication and done the way a PR should be done.
100%. Yeah, exactly. This makes me feel like, and I even have concerns. I'm actually really enjoying RDO. The only thing I had concerns about was the gold bars. But as for like, you know, I didn't run into the baked beans yet. But this makes me feel like I'm playing a game that I'm going to keep playing because I know that if something goes wrong with it, Rockstar's going to make it right, and they're going to, hopefully, we'll see how they fix this. But they're open to changing numbers and balancing shit. That's what people do in MMOs. That's what people do in online shooters, and that's what they're going to be doing here. We know, you know, like Grand Theft Auto 5, they're going to be rolling out, you know, new shit for this constantly. It's going to be a completely different game 5 years from now. So it's good to see that they are adamant about, you know, communicating with us clearly and keeping us in the game. If they would have went, you know, like, well, this is why we did the gold bar thing, but you guys really should just keep playing it because, like, the economy's fine, like, blah, 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 you know, stop whining. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but there's people out there who say this shit. So They could have done that, and they would have got like a way worse response. But this, I think, is the best response you get. We've yet to see what they do, but we're gonna see in less than a week, which is very fast. And they're gonna be doing another thing next week, so it's very cool. I'm very happy. It's funny you brought up Treyarch, because between them and Treyarch, which are two companies I wouldn't be thinking of being like, good online PR companies, I would just never would come to my head, but they're nailing it in that regard. So it's very much appreciated, because there's some people out there who will just blame you for not liking a shitty feature of theirs, which is very frustrating. But yeah, to cut this shorter, gold bar thing concerns me. Hopefully they refix that, or they fix that, and hopefully they either take the gold bars away from things that feel pay to win to people, or they make it easier to get gold bars. I think 8 hours for a gold bar is pretty extreme. I think it should be like, you should be able to get a couple gold bars if you sat down for 8 hours. I mean, that's a long sit. 8 hours of gameplay.
I don't know what you can buy with them. So this
guns.
Yeah, but
that
what
are
do they cost though?
Like fucking $700.
What's that in gold bars though?
I don't know, 60, 50.
Okay, that is.
I haven't seen anything that's exceeded like $100 in gold bars. But you can buy a bunch of shit with gold bars. They're essentially like, I don't know if it's in the game yet or not, but I'm pretty sure that's like you're going to be able to buy, or you can buy gold bars.
Probably.
To just get shortcuts, which I'm not too opposed to. But if they're going to let you get gold bars in game, it shouldn't take it. It should be a better means to get money in the game, and gold bars be secondary, but you should be able to accrue gold bars enough that when you've been playing for a long time, oh shit, I can buy this with the gold bars I earned. Like,
yeah, and I get that aspect of it. So I guess my big question is, can you buy all the same stuff with in-game currency though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's all locked behind levels and shit.
Okay. I mean, it just sounds like a balancing act at that point. I don't.
That's what I think.
I don't think there's a pay to win mechanic.
I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
But being able to buy morality is kind of
the morality, yes, but
because that's giving you access to parts of the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's fucked.
And at least with my experience with the single player, and obviously the multiplayer is gonna be balanced a little differently. Likely, I have like no experience, so I'm just kind of.
Yeah, you made a character and then fucking bailed.
And fucked up a mission somehow, and anyways.
Yeah.
Every gun I've used in the single player so far, like they all pretty much kill the same. So, yeah.
It comes down to range, repeating fire rate, and accuracy, essentially.
Yeah.
But they all lock on, and they all fucking, except for the varmint rifle, that can go fuck itself.
Well, that's meant for shooting like bunnies.
Yeah, and it kills them quick.
Yeah.
Shoot a deer in the head, there's like, bitch, and they just fucking run away.
You shot him with a BB gun.
Yeah. Like, what an asshole. And then I shoot them a second time. They're like, stop. And they just keep running off. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, so yeah, balancing act for sure. And then any features that could be considered pay to win, I think should be removed. But I don't think if it's going to be a premium currency, they should just hand it out to you either. So.
But a lot of games, a lot of free-to-play MMOs and shit do stuff like that.
No, for sure. Well, and that's why I said it's a balancing act. Because, I play Brave Exvius a lot. I've mentioned it a million times. And the premium currency, they give you constantly in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can also buy it for instant gratification, or I can, get that for playing for a few days. So,
yeah. Yeah, it all is balancing, and I think the biggest thing here too, just like with the bugs, I've experienced the disconnect at least 4 or 5 times, which is too many times, but it is in beta. I'm gonna really emphasize that, and I do believe this is a beta. I don't think they're just saying it's a beta to be like, well, no, we fucked up, we can fix this now. Like, it really does feel like, and it's been playing really well in my opinion, but it with this response and them talking about they've made this game to be able to make changes quickly, which is awesome to hear. It does sound like they are viewing this as what they need to fix. I do think they intentionally set the gold rate, and I do think they intentionally set the pricing of things and sales of things and the amount of money you make. And, if no one complained about it, they probably wouldn't do anything about it. But
Their test groups like this, and the amount of people playing it is like
exactly.
This,
so now they're getting a wider range. They are doing what the beta should be doing, and they are changing it. So that's exactly what we want. That's exactly what they should be doing. So I think this whole situation, and to be honest, I haven't heard anyone really complaining really to the point of like, oh, fuck Rockstar, fuck this, I can't believe this. The worst thing that's happened to me in any of this has been me having a shitload of fucking meat on my horse, riding back while carrying a fucking fish to go sell, and then I go disconnect, and I come back, it's all gone. So that was a lot of time I wasted.
Frustrating.
And it's frustrating, but I'm like the wrong guy to get really pissed about that. I'm just like, well, that fucking sucks. I might quit playing for a little bit. I'll come back later. But
yeah, I would.
But yeah. I mean, it's happened a couple times. I'm like on my way back to town. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna make like $40, $50, and then all of a sudden it just go bloop, and I'm like, well, I'll be back later. That's annoying. But it's a beta, and I get it, so I think it's fine. Let's cut this though and move on to the next one. But overall, I think we both agree.
Yes.
I'm stoked to see what happens next with their balancing.
Add private lobbies.
They should 100%,
so
or
they can play,
or add so people can opt into not being in combat.
Oh yeah,
like in Grand Theft Auto 5. Because in Grand Theft Auto 5, you could set it up so people can't hurt you. They'd still troll you by driving cars into you and trying to block you and shit, which is really annoying. But it's still not as bad as like walking down the street and someone going, I'm bored. Boom, right in the fucking head.
Yeah.
And then chasing you down.
I'm not interested in fighting other people. So.
Yeah. And I'm barely. I've the whole time when I play a game, I see a dot coming and I'm like, fuck, dude. Okay, well, let's find out what this is gonna be. Someone stole my fish though, and I chased them down and fucking shot him in the head. So that's the only time I really interact with people, is if they are sneaky fucking fish stealers. Let us know in the comments, what do you think about this whole situation? Are you playing RDO? Have you experienced any of the bugs? What do you think about the economy? What do you think about the gold bars? What am I missing about the gold bars? Let me know in the comments. I feel like I'm kind of not 100% on how that works. But in my experience, it does seem slow. And what's your opinion on all of this? Do you think they're going to do us right and fix this? And what would you like to see them add to RDO? Let us know everything you're thinking about in the comments below. Second bit of news.
So I'm sure many of you have heard some form of feedback for Fallout 76, and if I had to make an assumption, most of it was probably not so positive.
People love it.
There are people who like it, I'm sure, but overall, go to Metacritic. You'll see what I'm talking about. One of their more recent issues that has been popping up a lot, though, is that the $200 version of the game, the Power Armor Edition, was supposed to include a canvas bag, and when people received their Power Armor Editions, they got nylon bags instead, which if you could see a picture of both of them, or the difference of them, one is significantly cheaper than the other.
Big difference. Yeah.
Also isn't what was advertised.
Mm-hmm.
So they acknowledged this originally and gave people 500 atoms in game, which is the equivalent of $5, which worked more like a slap in the face, and people didn't like that either. As someone also used the example of, you could buy some flowers and a door for that. So there was that, and then
I bought the Ultimate Edition of Black Ops 4. I know I'm bringing up Call of Duty again. I'm sure a lot of you don't care, but but it comes with the in-game currency, and I think it's like $40 or $50 worth of the in-game currency.
Not $5.
No.
I'm sorry we didn't give you your bag.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge chunk.
Kind of leaking opinions.
Yeah.
They also stated that the reason that you didn't get that bag is because unavailability of materials. Now, I do need to add this next part. They are making the canvas bags, and if you want yours and you bought that version, you have until January 31st to go to Bethesda's website and submit a ticket, and they will send you the canvas bag.
My birthday.
Thoughts?
Holy shit. Okay. Oh man, Bethesda. This is a long time coming for me. I've been slightly judgmental and more judgmental with everything they've rolled out since Oblivion, and now it's just culminated into what I fucking, in my brain, I thought was crazy. I'm like, oh, they're just money hungry and cheap and fucking cut corners and shady as shit. And now this whole thing is insane. Obviously, opinions of 76 aside, not my own personal, I haven't played it, but everybody else's that I've heard about the game. it's crazy that they have found a way to have another controversy on top of the game itself. Okay, so first off, they advertise something. You're paying $200. That's double the price of like a normal like Ultimate Edition. It's pretty fucking expensive.
Buy your console when it's on sale.
$200 for fucking game, right? So what are you gonna get with that? You're gonna get the game. They're gonna give you $5 of in-game currency. That's fucking $65 right there. They're gonna give you. They say they're gonna give you a canvas bag, which I mean, it's funny. Most people too.
$5 was compensation.
Okay, never mind. So they okay. Anyway, they compensated $5 for that fucking canvas bag you didn't get. So they advertised that, and it's funny because in the comments you'll see a lot of people go, "I didn't even care about the bag, honestly. You know, I just got the edition because people wanted the fucking helmet." And people are like, "Can't even see out of it," and they're like, "I don't give a shit." So I mean, that's what they're paying for mostly, but still. People are upset. Even the people who aren't upset that they didn't get the bag, like because it's canvas, they're upset that they got lied to, and they are fully in their fucking right to be pissed about that. Bethesda has a very dedicated, and it's taken to this fucking point, getting this fucked over for them to finally very dedicated fan base, for them to finally like understand that these guys just don't give a shit. And I apologize if you're playing this game and you're enjoying it. And what I'm saying, you know, if you're like, well, I like them and I don't feel that way, that's great. Let's talk in the comments about that. But it's such a spit in the face. Like, if you couldn't, first off, don't show the fucking canvas bag as advertising of what you're going to get. It's like if I fucking paid for a special edition, it's supposed to come with a goddamn, like, a 12-inch fucking figurine or something. And then they give me, like, a little fucking cheap plushie that's, like, this big. You can't do that. It's illegal. First off, it's fucking false advertisement. But secondly, it's so fucking disrespectful to just be like, well, you're not getting that. I know we said you'd get it, but no, we can't do that. But to give them like a nylon fucking bag, which is there's a huge difference between those two, is such a spit in the face. Not only is it illegal, not only is it fucked up business practice, it's so fucking low to do to your fucking dedicated fan base. Most people aren't buying that $200 fucking $200 edition. Most people are buying the standard. Maybe there's one in between there somewhere. I'm sure there is. The people who are buying the $200 ones are fucking Fallout fans. They want that swag, and they got fucking pissed in the face by Bethesda. And Bethesda was quiet about this for a little bit, and then finally it's been talked about by everyone except for us. And they are gonna do the canvas bags. So in that sense, I had to kind of get that out. I had to bitch about this. I am glad that they are going to let people still get those bags. But if they ran out of the materials, they should have fucking been transparent about that. That had to have been. You can't just take that $200 and then keep that quiet too. If that's the case, I don't believe that's the case.
They give
honestly,
$5 back.
Huh?
They give him $5 back.
that's not the fucking. Stop talking about the $5. It's so stupid. I'm losing track of where I'm at with this. The canvas bag's gotta be fucking more than $5. Oh, the nylon bag's fucking $5. Anyway, they wouldn't have done this if people didn't bitch about it. That's the fucking point. It's all excuses. They knew for fucking goddamn sure they're gonna fucking send those nylon bags and hope no one said shit about it. And keep the $200 that they fucking lied to you about. So, yes, Bethesda, thank you for fucking actually holding to your word and actually sending canvas bags to people by the fucking 31st. If you bought that edition, get that canvas bags. It's bullshit. So, I can't complain too much because they're going to do it. But it's really fucked up. It's gross to me that they're doing this to people. They already released a subpar game that people are not happy with. They said it was going to feel like a Fallout experience. Nobody agrees with that. They made a fucking subpar Ark. I mean, Ark was made by a smaller team, and it's a better game. There's a bunch of games like this that exist that are better than this. The game's full of fucking bugs, and then they lie to people. It's fucked up. It's really annoying. This whole thing's fucking stupid. Like, I have zero fucking respect for Bethesda at this point. My respect fucking went out the window a long time ago, but now it's just dead. They have to redeem themselves at this point for me to even fucking think about them in any positive light. This is just fucking icing on the cake.
I mean, to be quite honest, I'm not going to really have a lot to add to that. What they did was fucked up and shady. They should have, at the very least, if it was actually an unavailability of materials, like they had said, they should have very quickly come out and told everybody
as soon as they knew
they weren't getting the canvas bag, and came up with another plan and allowed people the opportunity to refund their pre-orders, or at this point the purchased product,
or give them fucking the canvas bags worth in fucking currency.
Something. But it should have been done initially and not, hopefully they don't notice.
Yeah.
Because that's really slimy of anybody. I'm not even trying to necessarily pick on Bethesda specifically in that.
But they did it.
Any company at all that thinks it's okay to tell you you're going to get something for X amount of money, and then they give you something of significantly lesser value, and then try to give you, I don't know, energy drink hush money. Like,
yeah. It's just funny because I'm thinking about it. The only other people who do shit like this is shysters on eBay. This is Bethesda. These guys made fucking Morrowind. They made fucking Skyrim. They made Oblivion. They made Fallout 3. And then they're over here.
They made Skyrim a few times.
Yeah. And fucking at $60 a pop fucking 8 years later. Yeah, they might as well have drew a fucking picture of Fallout 76 on a piece of cardboard, took a picture of that, and then fucking when you paid the $200, you just get that piece of cardboard and like, well, that's what was in the picture. That shit that eBay had to fucking crack down on. God, it's shady as fuck. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Here's $5.
Really, at the end of the day, though, and I'm not even gonna thank them. You had thanked them, and I don't think any thanked. It's more of a good. That
was a sarcastic thank you.
Okay.
That's why I was like, thank you.
Yeah, they owe it to everyone to make sure they get those canvas bags. Obviously, they can't track down everyone who bought the game, so hopefully they're good about being vocal about that more than just hoping everyone goes to some game journal site and reads about it. So.
The thing stupid too is fucking, I feel like it was a cost thing. I don't think they wanted to spend the money, because if it was in fact we're out of materials, like the fucking canvas factory burnt down somehow, or Bethesda has their own fucking canvas factory and they just literally ran out, why wouldn't they go, hey, we are out of materials, we're gonna get more because we have to fulfill what we promised, so we apologize that we have to delay your fucking bags, but they will come.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they have done that? They literally were just like, just fucking shove a fucking plastic bag in there. Hopefully they don't notice.
Put an IOU in there with a $5 bill.
Yeah, just give them $5. We're keeping the $200 anyway. We're making money. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, like I said, I really can't add. You pretty much said everything. I
just kind of puked up some fucking anger.
There's really, I mean, and let me know if we're wrong, but I can't think of anything that you can even defend them with on this.
At this point, dude, how can you?
Yeah. I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm talking about this particular instance with the bag. There's no way you can defend it. They literally they lied, and any business should be held accountable for that. Period. I don't care if it's gaming or Apple or Samsung. Let's say promise something and they don't deliver on it. Call them out on it.
100%.
Like they will keep doing it if they can get away with it. So.
Well, anybody too that would find this excusable, because I've seen some people making excuses for this.
Just blindly following the company.
Give me an example of another company that did this and got away with it, that didn't have any backlash. I mean, that's what I would ask you. Let's see how that's been reacted to before, because this isn't common. This isn't something fucking people do in this industry. That's why I'm laughing about it. It's ridiculous. It's crazy that this is even a situation on top. Like, even if the game was good and they did this, I'd still be pissed.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, I've seen stuff like, especially like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era, where like collector's editions came with, it would just say a figurine, right? It wouldn't say the material, wouldn't say the quality, it just said a figurine.
Keep
right?
it vague if you're gonna be weird.
They kept it vague, right? They're not wrong. They gave you a figurine, right? In this case, they could have just said originally on the box, comes with a bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done deal.
They showed a picture of it too.
Give them the fucking nylon bag then.
Yeah, give them those shitty nylon bags. They got those real fast for people who just ran out of fucking canvas.
Oh yeah, it's not like that was planned or anything. I'm sure.
Fucking bullshit.
Anyways, we're just repeating ourselves.
Where you buy Skyrim, we'll give you a fucking silk wizard's robe, and they give you a fucking itchy ass wool. It's a fucking shitty peacoat for a child.
Wool would be expensive. Just straight up
wool,
just a garbage bag.
Okay, yeah. They give you a fucking garbage bag. And some kid's wearing, he's like, I'm a wizard. And like, take that off. We're fucking getting that silk robe. Little Johnny. Stop being stupid.
Plus, wool would cost more shipping. It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy as fucking. It's itchy. That's why I'm saying it would suck. Especially when you're like, oh, I'm going to be a wizard. And you're wearing like a fucking, you're that kid on A Christmas Story fucking, Alfie.
Oh, Wizard Harry.
Yeah.
That was an awful accent.
Yeah, that guy. Anything else to say on this? Let us know in the comments. What do you think about Fallout 76 in general? What do you think about the canvas bag situation? Are you one of these people who got this? Were you happy with the nylon bag, or did you luckily get the canvas bag somehow? What do you think? What do you think the reason is they didn't do the canvas bags, and why they didn't tell anybody about it? Do you think the nylon bags were a last minute effort, or do you think they had planned that? Do you think this is shady? How do you feel about Bethesda as a whole? Are you still happy with them? Do you think there's redemption in their future, or are you kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, Bethesda? Let us know everything you're thinking about when it comes to this whole topic. And that's gonna do it for this episode of Taste Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out my streams on Twitch at Tasty Senpai, all one word. You can also watch them right fucking here on this channel. I dual stream when I stream. Hit the notification button to know when I go live. And yeah, we have Discord linked down below. Talk to us anytime, all the time. Join our server on Final Fantasy 14, Coral. And we are on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you'd like to listen to us. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
Until the next episode, which should be later this week, Tasty Cast for sure. We will be talking about all the releases of December. There is some new games to be bought this month. But until then, have a great week, guys, and take it easy.